going on with this technology? Right, I don't know if I'm here. I think I am. Right, hello, good evening. Okay, so, technology, still playing up. I do apologise. It is going to be slow, and there will not be smooth transitions, but please bear with us. I cannot do anything about it. I have tried my best, and it's still not working, so please bear with us on that one, but welcome everybody to tonight's stream. Tonight, we have got, if everything goes to plan, just give it an hour, then we'll go to the next screen. Any minute now, in the next hour. See, it's very slow on my screen, so yeah, I don't know what is actually going on, so please bear with me. Oh, there we go. Oh, thank you. You decided to change. Lovely. Right, okay, so tonight we've got Q1 and Q2 for the Super Sport. They'll be coming up next. Q1 session is just about ready to rock and roll. Then we've got Superbike's Free Practice 3. Then we've got a Super Pole for the Superbike's second Super Pole event of this. What is actually going on? I don't know. But yeah, we've got Ducatis and Superbike Race 1. Please bear with us again, ladies and gents. I do not know what is actually going on with the technology. It's just got a mind of its own tonight. Let me... I knew that was coming. Right, okay, so we're going to just run a... Yeah, I don't know. Thank you, Connor. That's very kind of you to say so, mate. Very kind of you to say so. It's alright, you can have heavy rain for your session then. Right. Okay, so we are going to get into the next screen. Again, ladies and gents, I do apologise for the stream quality. There is going to be issues. Oh, I don't mind it. I don't mind. See, you lot like to whinge because of a bit of rain. I don't mind it. So a bit of moisture. You're not men of sugar, people. Not men of sugar. Right. Okay. No. I can tell you tonight we will have full wet weather tonight. So every session tonight will be wet. And no, I've not just thought of that. We have been planning that today. No more joking. That's the weather that's happened today here in Derbyshire. Shame. Oh well, never mind. Right, okay. Like I say, ladies and gents, please do bear with us on the technology front. Yes, so please bear with us. I've got a lot on. I'm trying to figure it all out. Please bear with us. The technology is playing very slow. So bear with us. Right, okay. Time for Super Sport race qualifying 1. Give it an hour, and we might just get the intro on. Right, ladies and gents, don't know if I'm back, but we're here for Q1 for Super Sport. Like I said, please bear with us. I know the stream's not going to be good tonight. I don't need comments saying it's gone. I get it. It's going to be slow, so please bear with us. We'll try our best to get this working, but I'm not guaranteeing anything. The technology is proper playing up, so bear with us. Right, now I have no idea what's going on here. Right, ladies and gents, that has not gone very well. I do apologise to everyone in Q1. Like I say, we have got technical issues, and I'm about to punch a wall. But yes, I've no idea what's going on. Like I say, bear with us. I'm bad enough already. It's a good start, isn't it? Right, let's just see how quickly things... the technology is very slow tonight. I don't know what is going on with it now, but yeah, we have got problems, but please bear with us. We are doing our best to try and sort this, so like I say, if I don't see any messages in the chat, don't be offended. I've got too much to do, so there we go. Right, well, in this Q1 session that's had no commentary, been very boring, we've had Liam then that's taken top spot then, ahead of Ash and Vinny are the three going through to Q2. Logan and Aaron will be missing out on that occasion. So the top three from this session will go through to Q2. Checker flag is now out. For this one, we're not going to have my face on tonight. It's just causing too many issues. I think that's probably part of the problem. So we're not going to risk it. So we've got Liam, Ash and Vinny going through to Q2. The Malton R5L Yamaha's just missing out in that one. Right then. So we'll screen that. Oh, Vinny on the back wheel, very nice. I don't know, Logan. Honestly, mate, I'm just going to run it as it is and we'll see how we go, because if I start messing about, I'm just going to lose my head, and then if I lose my head, I won't be doing it, so... It might be worth doing, but I'm not doing it, so... Right, there we go. There's top three. Cool. Right. Okay. There we are. Lovely stuff. Right, we're just going to stick with this, and we'll try and reduce it that way. If it gets too bad, ladies and gents, please let me know, and I'll just have to stop tonight's action. Okay, right, Q2 then, for Super Sport on the way. Let's switch it over. Just give me a second. Apologies for that one, ladies and gents. Right then, so we are in Q2 then for Super Sport. This is sort of going to be how science going to go. I do apologise. Like we said, just technical issues galore, but we're not going to keep talking about that tonight. We have got some good action on the way, so we'll see how the riders get on in the next Super Sport session, which is qualifying 2 then for Super Sport. No, I was going to put that on the screen, but I'm not going to confuse things. So, the three joining, we've got Liam, Ash and Vinny that are joining these guys in qualifying 2. So we'll see. No worries, Vinny, mate, no worries. Oh, dearie me, technology's great when it works, isn't it? No problem, buddy, no worries. So who have we got? We've got 2, 4, 6, 7. So we just obviously got Vinny. Who else are we missing? I can't remember. No idea. 2 APR Hondas. See, this is the problem. You see, when you rely on technology and it lets you down. Honestly. Right. Anyway, shall we all have a breather? Right. There we go. Okay. Right. We're ready. We're positive. Thank you for your kind words, people. It will go a long way, and this broadcast will now be turned around into something really special, just like me. Okay, so we have got 2 power slides to do. Here's 2 APR Honda. Who are we missing? Who are we actually missing? I genuinely... That's going to bug me out. Right, we'll go to the next screen. No, I'm going to have to do it. I do not know who we're missing. I'll put the... Oh, look at that. There we go. Where's Scott? Ah, that's who we're missing. Scotty Too Hotty then is in Q2. So, Scott, if you're in the Twitch, mate, you are out in this session, buddy. Everyone else is here. Lovely. Okay, right. So I see what's happened here. Yes, he doesn't like my mug. I don't blame it, actually. Right. So we'll give Scott a second just to. No worries. No worries. See, Scott should be ready for this, being a Scotsman. Right then. Here we go. Right, so we'll just give Scott a second, and then we'll go Q2 on the way very shortly for Super Sport, and hopefully we. No worries, Scott. Mate, you've got to keep your strength up. Right then, let's hope this works. Q2 then for the Super Sport class is on the way next. Alright then, we're back for Q2 then. Right, how's the stream looking, people? Is it better? We got much lag? If we've not, we've come up with a backup plan, and we've done it live. Lovely stuff. Right, ladies and gents, to apologise about my bit of poor attitude and unprofessionalism. You know what we're like round here. We're not professional, but cheap and available. Right, oh dear me, this ain't looking good. Oh, okay. Well, that's... Ah, so we've had an Xbox player get booted. Brilliant. Thank you, Milestone. Much appreciated. Okay, well, the rules are for people that get disconnected in qualifying that they start at the back of the grid of, well, the back of their group. So Jordan will be starting P9 in the sprint race tomorrow. Unlucky that for Jordan, and we do apologise for that. There's nothing we can do. Right, so who is ahead of Neil? Is that Vinny? It is indeed. Vinny there on the Honda. Q2 then, a short, sharp session then for these guys. Right. Okay, so let's crack on then with this one then. We've got Vinny. That'll be the first rider to complete a lap here in qualifying 2 for the Super Sport riders. Coming up next, ladies and gents, we have got free practice 3 then for the Superbikes, followed by the all-important Super Bowl. With the wet conditions, we could see, well, we'll see some new names at the top. I would have thought we'll see how they go a little bit later on. Down through Dingledale then goes Vinny on the number 54 machine. Having a good weekend so far on the Honda is Vinny. Has changed manufacturer for this weekend, giving the Honda a trial out. I will let you know now, ladies and gents, this sort of thing in Season 2 will not be happening. But we're just trying to get riders finding their feet, see what works for them, etc. So, again, please bear with us. We are trialling and error a lot of things here. We are trialling a lot of things with Season 1, and Season 2 will come out the gate swinging. But over the line then goes Vinny at 129.683 for Vinny on that lap. The opening lap then been completed. Oh, this one, Scott goes up to P2, Neil up to 3rd, Ash in 4th. Oh, Scott's livery hasn't worked on this occasion. Up to Druids then goes Ash on the SDPG Racing Suzuki. Through Druids then and down the hill. George has gone top, 129.215 for the number 17, Hami Electrics, MV Augusta. Connor's gone P4, 133.3, must have been a mistake on that. Well, this is good showing that from Vinny. He goes into Hawthorns then. Nicely done for the Honda riders. 7 minutes remaining of qualifying 2 then. Liam now up to P2, 129.559 for Liam. Down through Dingledale then for Vinny into the Sheen curve. And into Sterling's then, 900ths of a second up on this lap. That will potentially put him P2 as he heads down towards the Clark curve then. Oh, he's took the front at the Clark curve and down he goes. Unlucky that for Vinny. Let's have a look at Neil then. He's coming around the Clark curve. Over the line then for Neil. 129.993 goes top. Goes P5. Do apologise. Scott's mentioned the Marquez helmet, so I'm looking. I do see Connor there. Connor in P7 at the moment. He's heading down towards the final corner. Into the Clark curve then for Connor. On the power. And over the line then for Connor. Is he going to go to pole position? Yes, he is. 128.585. For the number 9 APR Honda, goes top of the times by quite a considerable margin on that lap. So it is Connor, George and Liam, your front row with Vinny. Scott and Neil on the second row with Ash, Guy and Jordan will be your third row off the grid. Into Surtees then goes Guy on the number 83 Power Slide Racing Suzuki. Nicely done for Guy on the power as he runs down towards Hawthorne then. Nice done, 4/10 up at the moment, so I don't think, well, it won't be enough to overhaul Ash, but we'll keep an eye on Guy's progress. Speaking of Ash, let's have a look at it. Always Vinny there runs off the track at Sterling's. Down towards the final corner then goes Neil and Ash, currently P6 and P7 respectively, as they go through the Clark curve now on the power. And down towards the line then, Neil over the line, Ash over the line. No improvement in time there for Ash, but not in position. Scott now down towards Hawthorne then. He's 4.5 up at the moment. So oh, tell you what, a bit of traffic there. Vinny and Connor as down into Westfield then goes Scott. Nicely done through Westfield. Let's see where this will put him. We'll get his third sector time up in a few moments. Into Dingledale and the Sheen curve for Scott, as Connor's done a 1:28.1. This is a good lap from Scott at the moment. We'll see if he can get himself into that P2. Looking good at the moment. Down into the Clark curve. Through the Clark curve on the power. And Scott's too hot to then up to the line. Is it going to be a front row? Yep, it is indeed. 128.927 for Scott. Good luck that from the Scotsman who'll be relishing these conditions. Giorgio is still in P3 at the moment, going a few hundredths faster than what he's done before. Well, just shy of 4 minutes remaining of this one then. It is Connor that is comfortably out front, then ahead of Scotty, Too Hotty and George, your front row. Then we've got Liam over the line now. No problem for Liam. Liam, Vinny and Neil is your second row of the grid with Ash and Guy. And Jordan will be your third row. Let's get Neil over the line then. Goes P5. The 129.643 for Neil. Just a fraction of a second faster than Vinny. Gets a bit crossed up there on the exit of Paddock Hill Bend and tucks the front at Druids on that occasion. Unlucky that for Neil, and comes out just behind Connor. So then, 3 minutes remaining of qualifying 2 then for the Supersport runners. We'll see whether there's any changes in the order. Well, there is, because George has now gone up to P2, 128.741 for the Ami Electrics MV Augusta rider. And he goes to go on that front row of the grid. Still 6/10 behind Connor, though. Over the line they go. And on to another lap. Let's have a skim down. This has been a good session, though, for Vinny on the Honda. Had a good showing. Into Graham Hill Bend. Okay, sorry, I'm just getting distracted by my HQ people that are absolute plebs. Well, unfortunately for Vinny, that tips off at Surtees. So yes, Vinny has tipped off at 30 then on that lap. So 2 minutes remaining of this one then. We've got Connor still on top ahead of George and Scott, your front row. Liam, Neil and Vinny currently on row number 2. Made that Ash now up to P5. Good lap that from Ash, 129.382. Or as Vinny there has took the front at Druids. Well, still Colin there. That is top of the times with George in P2 and Scott there in P3. That's quite a competitive front row actually. Fair play. Right, so as we see Colin out up to Druids. Oh! 2 APR Hondas circulated together. Lovely stuff. So, a minute remaining then of Q2 for Super Sport. It's flown by. Next up is free practice 3 for the Superbikes, closely followed by the Super Pole session. Looking forward to that one. Right, let's have one more final rundown then of the order. Connor comfortably ahead of George, then Scott there in P3. Good run that from Scott. Liam into Hawthorne's 2 tenths off on this lap. Ash in P5 and Neil in 6th. That's round out row 2. And then we've got Vinny, Guy and Jordan on the 3rd row of the grid. No improvement for Ash on that lap. To keep an eye on the 2 APR Hondas. Connor's closed right up there on the back of Liam into Sterling's then. And checker flag is about to come out then for the Supersport riders into the Clarko, and checker flag is now out for Supersport. Scott is done then, he's in the pits. That's a front row for Scott. Yep. Connor then on pole position ahead of George and Scott. I thought somebody just changed them. Then we've got Liam, Ash and Vinny on row number 2. Good lap that from Vinny at the end. And then we've got Neil, Guy and Jordan on row number 3. Right then, so that's that session done. Look at them two, unbelievable. George trying to blow the MV up, unbelievable. Right then, so let's confirm those times and we will screenshot that and we'll exit the lobby. Right then, and it's time for free practice 3 then for the Superbike runners. I'm just going to have a quick break, ladies and gents, whilst I get the lobby set up, so if we're a bit quiet, don't be alarmed. I'll be back with you in just a second. apologies there, ladies and oh, dearie me. Right, okay. So, yeah, ignore the graphics. There is a mistake with that one. As you say, see it's Cadwell Park at the top, but it really isn't. Let me just hide that. I do apologise, ladies and gents, as per usual. There's a mistake. Lovely. We'll just hide that. We don't need to see that. Give the technology an hour and it might work. Right, okay then, let's go with free practice 3 then for the Superbike runners. FP3 on the way next. once again, ladies and gents. As you can see, we've got massive technical issues. If it does happen again, and we do have to restart the computer again, we'll be cancelling the rest of tonight's sessions. Fingers crossed it doesn't happen. But if it does, I'm pulling it because I'm at my wit's end. So, FP3, Superbikes. We've got Ted on the top at the moment. There's a few tenths ahead of Charlie, who's had a very good run in the wet conditions. Dylan in P3, and we've got Brett just coming up to the line now. Over the line he goes. No improvement in position. Jamie in P5, Adam in 6th, Joe in 7th, Aaron in 8th, Mason Roth in 9th, and Jan rounding out the top 10. Well, the Super Bowl on the way next, hopefully. We'll see. Is this an indicator of who's going to do what? Well, Super Ted doing the business at the moment. So we'll see what happens to the number 34. We've got Charlie, who's having a very good weekend up to now. Currently in P2 ahead of Yorkshire's top right then as he heads down towards the Clark Curve. And into the Clark Curve he goes. So I get a bit of a moment there and up towards the line for Dylan. I will just say as well, ladies and gents, we're not going to do any of the intros either. We're just not. Let's just try and play it as safe as we can with the graphics we've got. So there'll be no intros. We're just going to go straight into sessions and stuff. Right then, nice to see Jamie actually getting out for another session. Hopefully he'll get a full weekend in this weekend. With a bit of luck. Good to see Jamie out on the circuit. We do really rate Jamie here. Good fella off the track. And a very quick rider on the circuit then. Well, he's got the 2 Ducatis to beat. Fellow Yamaha rider in Ted and Charlie there. Also on the Honda in P2. Again, I do apologise for the technical issues you may see tonight. Well, we'll be doing our best to resolve it, and hopefully that'll be the end of the technical problems. Fingers crossed. Right then, so with a minute remaining of FP3 then before we go with the all-important Super Pole session. Super Ted setting the pace at his home round, nearly into the 125s. That's a good effort that from Ted. Charlie then in P2 on the SDPG Racing Honda, with Dylan in P3 at the moment. Oh, we've got some practice starts here from Joe and Charlie. Jan up to P8 there. Just missed that then at the end. Start that from Charlie and Joe. Lovely stuff. Well, checker flag is about to come out then for free practice 3 then for the Superbikes, and checker flag is now out for Superbike riders. It's nearly time for the all-important Super Pole session. Super Pole is where the riders go out one by one to set their fastest lap possible. And in the rain, well, it's going to be interesting. We'll see how these riders get on. 5 riders in the 126 bracket. There, I think Ted's obliterated the best lap from yesterday by a few tenths of a second. So is Ted going to be the man to put it on pole position in this one then? Oh, we'll find out very soon. Oh, Brett was on an improvement lap there at the end, and that would have probably put him into P2. Oh, is Brett going to be one to watch out for then? It's alright, Jamie, you've got to go and just beat that lap time, mate. That's all you can do, mate. You've got to get to the 25s, mate. You should be on pole. Should be. Right, we'll screenshot those times then. And what we will do is we'll make a fresh lobby for Superbikes. I'm going to have to try and guess the Super Bowl order because I've completely forgot. But I think I've got it in my head. I think. That's brave for me to think, but I'm giving it a go. Right. Nice to see Ted's being very positive there in the chat. Lovely stuff. Negative Nancy, isn't he, really? Right, so we will do that. We'll do that. Okie dokie. So let's get this one underway. Superbike riders, get yourselves in the lobby. Okie dokie. There we are, lovely stuff. So I'm just going to go to... So the graphics will say Q2, what it is actually. Super Bowl. There we go, lovely stuff. Okay, So I think the order, it's dangerous, I've thought about it long and hard, but I think the order will be Jamie, Jan, I'm going to say Joe, Aaron, Adam, Mason Roth, Charlie. No, I don't know. Ah, thank you. Oh, Dylan, you're an absolute lifesaver, mate. See, look at that. I take the mick out of them, but they're actually all right lads. So, well, I say all right lads. If you don't know who I'm talking about Dill Burrito, Super Ted, and the Italian stallion that they call Luca Jam. Right, so lovely. There you go. So that's the order. So, oh dear. I don't think Jan's taken that too well. Right, so let's crack on with this one then. Moist conditions for the Super Pole. Look at that, we've got 10 peeps ready to rock and roll. So it's Jamie, Jan, Joe, Aaron, Adam, Mason, North, Charlie, Christian, Mason, G, Ted, Dylan, and Brett. Well, there are a few people not here tonight, so the people that aren't here will miss out, and that's on them. Mason G's got some technical issues tonight, so that's why he's not turning up, I do believe. So let's see how this one goes then. Right, are we ready to go with Super Pole? Me neither. Well, let's get on with it. Right. Okay, so there's only 10 riders. Rules for Super Pole: if you fall off on your fast lap, then you cannot rejoin and continue your lap. If you do, there'll be a black flag and you'll be disqualified and you'll be banned from SDPG forever. I'm only joking. No, so if there's anything like that going on, then you will be starting on the back of the grid. Right, who's up first? It is Jamie then. Jamie on the RD Racing Yamaha will be the first rider out on circuit. Jamie, when you are ready, buddy, venture out. Look at that, he's ready. He's keen. Right then, let's see what Jamie can do then. Good to see Jamie actually getting in some of these sessions, because, well, he's been robbed of getting in sessions. This is what we want then. Super Pole here at Brands Hatch. It reminds us of World Superbikes from yesteryear. One shot at it then. What can the number 86 do? Here we go, over the line to start his flying lap then. Here in the moist conditions at Brands Hatch. Runs a little bit wide at Paddock Hill, but gathers it up nicely into Druids then. Let's see what he will do. Round Druids he goes. Again, just runs a bit wide, but will make a bit of a V out of the corner. And down towards Graham Hill Bend then. Oh, watch the curb. Nicely done. Jamie has just about kept that within track limits there, not on the curb. Into Surtees then. Oh, he's getting close to the cage. Oh, I tell you what, he's brave. I'll give him that. Down towards Hawthorns then goes Jamie. 41.2. Let's try and remember some of these sector times, because we'll get a comparison of who's doing what then. Because unfortunately we have no delta, which is rather annoying. Into Westfield then for Jamie. Good lap so far on the RD Racing Yamaha. Down through Dingledale and into Sheen Curve now. Not taken too many risks on this lap, so he's been pretty tidy. Right, we will get Jan out onto circuit now. Jan, if you could venture out, please, buddy. As we'll get Jamie now down towards the Clark Curve. And into the Clark Curve he goes. Runs a little bit wide, but has kept it on two wheels. There we go. Jamie's done a lap. Yes, Jamie. First lap on the board is a 126.823. Woohoo! Beat that if you can. Right, where is he? There he is then. Right, even floor BMW machine of Jan. Let's see what he can do. Into Paddock Hill then. Nicely. Whew. Fair play, Jamie. Well done, mate. Down through Paddock Hill then and up towards Druids goes Jan. Nicely done. Lovely stuff from Jan. Just keeping that within track limits. And down into Graham Hill Bend. He gets just a few tenths off Jamie at the moment. That's still good going. Still good going, Jan. We are expecting good things from Jan this weekend. Into Surtees then. Good lap so far from the Italian stallion. Up through and onto the Grand Prix circuit then. Yes, down towards Hawthorn then. Just clips the grass. That's okay. I think he's about 6 tenths off at the moment. Oh, he's down. Jan has hit the deck then. Unlucky that for Jan. Right, Joe, you're up, buddy. Front row Joe is next. Let's hope he's watching the stream. Yes, good man. Thank you, Joe. Right, let's see what the Malted R5L Yamaha can do on this one. Tough conditions for the riders. It is absolutely persisting down out the commentary box window. Here we go. The number 69, front row Joe. Can he get on the front row? We will find out at the end. Oh, well, in about a minute and a half's time then. Through the Clark curve, over the line for Joe, and onto his flying lap. Into Paddock Hill Bend then for front row Joe. Down Paddock Hill and up towards Druids. He goes, nicely done for Joe. It's a bit wide, but we'll make a V out the corner, hit a nice late apex and fires it down towards Graham Hill. I don't think he's too far off Jamie's time through sector 1. We'll get a good indication when he goes through the next sector point. Looking smooth at the moment, looking good. Through Surtees then on the power for Joe. Here we go, down towards Hawthorne then. This is... Oh, he's on the grass! Oh my goodness gracious. Into, into Hawthorne then. Goes Joe. Oh, the front looked like it was protesting there. Into Westfield for the number 69. Malted R5L Yamaha. Down through Westfield. This is looking a good lap so far from Joe. Through Dingledale and into the Sheen curve. Oh, I tell you what, he's taking a few risks here. Is Joe. Right, Aaron, you're up next, buddy. If you could venture out onto circuit, please, my friend. That's Joe. Oh, Joe's down. Joe was tipped off at Sheen curve. Oh, that is unlucky then for Joe. Oh, that was unlucky. Just clipped the curb and it span up and fired him off. Well, that's going to cost about 10 grand for Ted, but that's just loose change for Ted, so that'll be all right. Right then, let's get the exact moves. Kawasaki of Aaron then through the Clark curve. And over the line to start his flying lap then. One and only lap for Aaron. Let's see what he can do. Been looking good this weekend. He has indeed, Jamie. You're not wrong. Up to Druids then for the number 92. Through Druids goes Aaron then and down towards Graham Hill Bend. This is looking like a good opening sector for Aaron, not too far off Jamie's time at the moment. So let's see what he can do. Into Surtees then. The ZX10 very good in a straight line on the power. As he heads down towards Hawthorne now then. 126.823 is the time to beat. Oh, I think he has just lost a bit of time in that sector from protesting. Oh, just about keeps it on the black stuff then. Into Westfield for the big ZX10. Down through Dingledale. Up towards Sheen now. Oh, is he just going to clip the grass? Oh, well done, Aaron. Fair play. He picked that up there just as he skimmed the grass and has got away with it then through Sterling's. As he heads down towards the Clark curve now. Adam, you're up next, buddy. So if you'd like to venture out, please, my friend. Through the Clark curve for Aaron. Up towards the line then for the big ZX10. The exact moves Kawasaki. Where's this going to put him? He goes P2, 128.356. Oh, well, he crashes after the line. That does count, by the way. He crossed the line before falling off. That's absolutely fine. Right, Adam then, the RK BMW. That's fine. Adam, you can carry on, mate. He tipped off before he started his lap. There you go. Right then. Let's see what Adam can do. RK BMW. Let's go with this one. Let's see whether Adam can get amongst the likes of Jamie then. I think it was in the 127s in FP3. I wasn't too sure. Good lap that, Aaron, mate. Good lap indeed. Very tough conditions out there. As we see Adam now through Druids. Nicely done. Into Graham Hill Bend he'll go now. Matching Aaron's first sector time there, so let's see whether he can keep this one going. Into Surtees. Through Surtees then for Adam. It looked like you had a few there, Aaron, not going to lie, mate. Next endurance Liam will be April, I think. As Adam now heads down towards Hawthorne. Oh, yeah, he's going a few tenths quicker than Aaron on this lap. Runs a little bit wide. That's okay, at least he's not tipped off. Into Westfield then for Adam. Nice, down through Dingledale and into the Sheen curve. Oh, the bike's protested. Oh, well held. Oh, no, I thought he held it. Adam has tipped off then Mason Roth. You're up, buddy. Oh, that was so unlucky. I thought he'd held that. Oh, that was really unlucky for Adam then. Right, next up is Mason Roth. Let's see what he can do on the HPR machine. There he is, Mr. Nasser. Ventures out on the circuit. So only 2 riders have set laps at the moment. For riders that haven't set a lap time, they will be based off championship position, so that's the fair way to do it. So then through the Clark curve and down towards the line for Mason Roth. Let's see what Mason can do on the HPR machine. His best result at Cadwell Park, P3, got on the podium, did Mason at Cadwell, so that was good to see. Let's get Mason Roth then into Druids on his flying lap. But like he struggled a little bit in FP3, but we'll see whether he can do a good job here. I'm sure he will. Not too far off the pace then, through Sector 1, just clips the green, that's absolutely fine. Into 30s then for the number 36. Nice, done it onto the Grand Prix circuit. There goes Mason Roth. Down towards Hawthorne then. Sector time coming up now. Just a little bit off the pace at the moment, but still, like we say, very difficult conditions. And Mason Roth was not here yesterday for practice, so he's on the back foot ever so slightly. Into Westfield then for Mason, down through Dingledale. Tidy lap so far. Into the Sheen curve. Next up is Charlie. Charlie, if you'd like to venture out on circuit, please, buddy. Into Sterling's then goes Mason Roth. Nicely done. Down towards the Clark curve. Through the Clark curve then for Mason. Well, that's 3 laps on the board. Let's see what the time's going to be. Mason stops the clock in a 128.829 and is P3 at the moment. Oh dear me, I think he's made his feelings abundantly clear. Right then, ladies and gents, now it's getting into crunch time then. This young man was very fast in free practice 3. Let's see if he can back that up here in Super Bowl. Let's go, the SDPG Racing Honda of the number 24 of Charlie then hugs the inside curve. Down through Paddock Hill and up towards Druids then. Into Druids, runs a bit wide, will make a V out of the corner. Gets the bike on the fat part of the tyre where the most grip is. Into Graham Hill, it's looking good. He just had to pick the bike up there because that curve on the inside is lethal. Oh, Charlie's down. Charlie's just clipped the grass and down he goes. Who is next? Ted, you're up, buddy. Oh, that was unlucky that for Charlie. Just clipped the grass and the front folded. Right, the top 3 in the championship are left. Super Ted is first. Into the Clark curve. Well, at the moment, your front row is Jamie Aaron and Mason Roth. So let's see if that will stand once the top 3 have done their laps. Over the line then for the Super 1 Super Ted into Paddock Hill Bend. Very, very tricky conditions for these riders, and they've all done a good job, whether they've tipped off or not. Very difficult doing a Super Bowl in the dry, never mind in the wet. Round Druids then goes Ted, was fastest in a free practice 3. Hopefully we've not just jinxed him. Down towards Graham Hill Bend then, a little bit off the pace. No, he isn't actually. He's actually smacked back on. He's actually on the pace there through Sector 1. Get your facts right, sure. Through 30s then goes the number 34 Super Ted on the power. As he heads onto the Grand Prix circuit, there just clips the grass. Down to Hawthorne then. Good lap so far from Ted into Hawthorne. Oh, that makes us nervous through there. Right, he's got through Hawthorne into Westfield for the number 34. Clips the curve, just lost it. Oh, he's lost a few tenths and lost a bit of grip. Through Westfield then into Sheen. Oh, he's just about kept he just about kept hold of it. Dylan, you're up next, buddy. Can you venture out on circuit, please? As we get Ted now down towards the Clark curve. Oh, I held my breath. Right, well, there's going to be a lap on the board. Where's this going to put Super Ted? Let's find out as he stops the clock in a 1:27.293, goes P2 on the grid. Well done, Ted. Managed just to keep hold of it. Right, here we go then. The one-lap wonder is to be produced by Yorkshire's top rank. Over the line for Dylan then, the number 1. Let's see if he can bag himself a pole position. One more rider after Dylan. That is his teammate, Brett. Oh, Dylan's tipped off a paddock hill. Oh, mistake there for the number 1. Brett, you're up, buddy. Wow, okay. Whoa. That just goes to show how difficult these conditions are here at Brands Hatch. Well, into the clock goes. So, if Brett doesn't get a lap time on the board, he will be starting P5. The riders that haven't done laps will be put in championship order. Into Paddock Hill Bend then for Brett. Let's see what he can do. Through Paddock Hill, not towards Druids then. Into Druids goes Ashby's finest. Goes down towards Graham Hill Bend then. That's a good first sector from Brett. Let's see if he can keep this one going. Into Surtees. Oh, this is very hard to commentate on. Into the Grand Prix circuit then goes Brett. Towards Hawthorne then. Matching sort of Ted's time through that sector, but Ted did make a mistake at Sheen, and fair play. To Ted, he managed to keep hold of it through Westfield then for Brett. Down through Dingledale. Towards Sheen now. Nicely done, no risks taken there. Nicely done. This is a good lap from Brett. It's Jamie versus Brett then for the pole position. I'll tell you what, I might even stand up for this. Here we go then, into the clock curve now. Where's this got to put Ashby's finest? Runs a little bit wide. Goes up nicely. Jamie or Brett then, who is going to be on the pole position? Up to the line for Brett, and it is... Oh, it's just Jamie! Oh my goodness gracious me! 12/100ths of a second then has covered it. Wow, what a session! What an end! Fair play, lads. Well done to every single one. Well, Jamie's bagged himself a pole position with Brett in P2 and Super Ted rounding out row 1. Aaron in P4 with Mason Roth in P5. Then it will be Dylan in P6. Then it will be Charlie. I want to say Adam, Joe and Jan. There we go. Lovely stuff. Right. That is session over. Well done to everybody on that one. Very, very tough conditions for the Superbike runners. And we will see the Superbikes out for a 12-lap race. Very, very shortly indeed. But next up for the timetable is the SDPG Ducati Monster 1200 Cup for a 15-minute qualifier for these guys. Right then, congratulations to Jamie on that pole position. Oh, that was a great session. Don't we all agree? Well, apart from the Superbike riders, they probably won't agree. Well done to all riders there. That was, like we say, very difficult conditions for them, and they handled it very well. Right then, so we're getting a few riders in for this one then. And looks like we're quite a bit ahead of schedule. I think about 20 minutes ahead. Well, hey, early night, anybody? Yeah, go on then. Right, so we have got George, Joe, Adam and Connor in at the moment. Oh, there's Scotty too hotty. Now, we were meant to have a co-commentator in the box with us for the Ducatis this weekend, but unfortunately, would you believe it, ladies and gents, technical issues have prevented that one as well. So, we were going to have Charlie jump in the commentary box with us, but unfortunately that hasn't happened. But we are still trying to figure... Well, we're trying to first of all get my technology sorted, because that is taking the biscuit. So we'll see whether we can get Charlie in at the next round, which will be in a couple of weeks' time, ladies and gents. I think the I want to say first or second weekend in April. I can't quite remember. I think it's 6th to the 8th of April we go with the next round of the Academy. But a lot's going to happen between now and then. Literally in about 25 hours' time. We will be rider negotiating. Yes, silly season begins tomorrow after the Ducati race is finished. Absolutely, Scott. Absolutely, mate. Right then, so 15 minutes then for the Ducatis on this one. I'm just going to have a quick drink, ladies and gents. I'll be back with you in just a second. And we are back. Right, so, yes, Scott's just reminded me. Brilliant stuff. Right, riders, tomorrow in the Discord, I'll be just posting who's managers in your class, well, your current class, so then you guys know, basically, where you're getting offer from, what their team is, what bike they are, etc., etc. Managers, if that's okay with you, that's what we're going to do. Announcements. Oh, yes, that's actually what we need to say. If the technology plays ball, then in 9 days' time, actually, on Wednesday the 26th of March at 7:30, we will be doing a Season 2 preview show of the Academy. Yes, we're having a rebrand. We've got a new calendar out. What else are we doing? Yes, and we'll be discussing all rider moves in that show. Cannot wait for that one. It should be about half an hour to an hour long. Really excited to bring you that. It is going to be a cracking show. We're really, really, really looking forward to that one. Right, okie dokie then. It is time for qualifying then for the Ducati Monster 1200 Cup. 8 riders tackling the moist conditions here at Brands Hatch. Let's go. Right then, so we are just about ready to go. Scott's been very professional and emailing out his offer. That's very good. I like that. Maybe. There may be, Scott. All I can say is we're not going back to Andalusia again. That's going to annoy some people and probably make some people very happy. But Andalusia caused more headaches and grey hairs than any other round. So... Right then, so just about ready for this one then. The rain is absolutely lashing down. Oh look, there's an Italian supporter, Jan. Someone in the crowd is supporting Jan. There's an Italian flag. There we go. Jan has no idea what we're on about. There we go. Right, cool. So let's go then. Unfortunately for George has departed session, technical issues for George on this occasion. Right then, who have we got there? Vinny machine. Oh, I think he's tipped off. He has tipped off there in this one. Yes, so just a quick one actually. We'd like to pay tribute to Isaac's granddad. I think we lost him over the weekend, so Isaac, to you and your family, we send our condolences to you guys, and we're here if you need anything. So yes, this is for your granddad Isaac. We will be doing the Ducatis for you and your family this weekend. Right then, so let's crack on with this one then. Front Row Joe will be the first rider to set a lap time in this session then. And already a minute into qualifying for the Ducatis. Up next, ladies and gents, a 12-lap Superbike race in rather sketchy, damp, moist conditions. So we'll see how they go. Down towards Hawthorne then for Front Row Joe. He's got a taster of the conditions then, having just done the Superbike Super Pole session. So we'll see whether Joe can capitalise on that one. Into Westfield then goes Joe through Dingledale and in towards Sheen Curve. Oh, I think that was Guy just slipping off through our camera shot there. Through Sterling's. goes Joe, and down towards the Clark curve, and into the Clark curve then will go front row Joe. Nicely done for Joe. How's the stream, guys? Have we got a good stream? Have we got any lag? If you've got lag, shout at the stream and it will sort itself out. I'm only joking. Right then, through the Clark curve over the line for front row Joe. 129.83. Oh dear mate, right, perfect. Thank you, Dylan. Right then, Adam goes top now, 128.911, nearly a second faster than front row Joe. Scotty Too Hotty then in P3 at the moment. He'll be relishing these conditions. Liam has gone to the top, 128.6, 129.2 for Connor Chameleon. So we'll see whether Connor can improve on that time. I'm sure he will. Just waiting for Vinny then to set a lap time. I'm sure he will be making sure he gets a lap on the board. Guy tipped off out Sheen curve as we saw on his previous lap, so we'll be expecting an improvement on this one then. So your current front row then is Liam, who's parked up at Graham Hill, Adam and Connor. Who has tipped off at Surtees. Luckily didn't get in the way of anybody there. Nothing he could have done. The bike literally just stopped in the middle of the circuit. Fair play. Down towards Dingledale. Up to Sheen curve then. Whoa, goes Joe. Oh, I tell you what, some lovely looking crashes here. I mean, it's not looking good for the riders, but it looks good on stream. Into Sterling's then, goes number 5, a Scotty Too Hotty then. Down towards the final corner into the Clark curve. Goes Scott, nicely done. Through the Clark curve on the power. Goes Scott and up towards the line then. Will this be an improvement when he got onto the front row of the line? No improvement on that lap. Whereabouts is Connor through Drew as he goes? Let's see Adam then as he goes over the line now. No improvement on that lap. Liam into the Clark curve. Don't know what's happened to Liam on that one. Whether he had I think he did have a tip off at Graham Hill. Guy up to P4 now. 129.796 for Guy through Drew as he goes. And down towards Graham Hill Bend. Through Graham Hill then and towards Surtees then. Into Surtees goes Guy on the power. Down towards Hawthorns then goes Guy. Right, Joe into Hawthorns now. Connor is into the Sheen curve. Nicely done. Oh, it's 4 tenths up at the moment. Through Sterling's. Down towards the Clark curve goes Connor. Nicely done through the Clark curve then. Let's see whether he will go on to provisional pole position. Oh, he gets the Ducati all lit up and out of shape then. Through the Clark curve, over the line goes Connor. Oh, no, not to the top on that occasion, but it does a 128.924. Does get close to Adam's lap time. Through the Clark curve for Adam. Let's see if he can get close to Liam's time. Oh, Scott's now gone P2, 128.891. Over the line for Adam. Will he retake P2? Nope, he'll take P1 instead. 128.625 for Adam. Goes to provisional pole position on the number 77 Ducati. Right then, so let's see whether Connor and Liam can respond. Weather forecast for tomorrow is looking a little bit better. A little bit brighter, hopefully some more dry weather, which would be nice, because it's just horrible out there. And because Connor doesn't like the rain, he wants me to... no, don't say that, actually. Well thought about that. Connor's taken all the tiles off the roof, so I'm getting absolutely drenched in the commentary box. Thank you for that one, Connor. It's very kind of him, isn't it? Into the Sheen curve then. Luckily I've not made a tissue, so it doesn't affect me. Right then, into... oh, Sterling's down 1,000th of a second off then on this lap. It's not a bad idea that, Richard, actually, mate. We could consider that. Through the Clark curve then for Connor. Not too far off Scott's time, but he's not too far off the track there. Over the line for Connor. Oh, he does go P3, 128.823. Oh my goodness, he's just fired himself into the paddock. Holy moly, as Liam goes to pole position, 128.556 for Liam. Good lap that from the number 44. Here comes Adam through the Clark curve. Over the line, he's about to go now. No improvement on that lap. Connor in the pits. I'm sure he's getting plastered up and getting some bandages on. And then he'll be back out again shortly. Scotty Charter then in P4. Vinny, who's had a very good round up to now, both in Supersport and the Ducatis. As he goes over the line now, P4 does go into P4. 128.824 for Vinny. Nicely done through Paddock Hill and up towards Trivets. So at the moment then, let's go for a rundown of the order. It is Liam, Adam and Connor. Your front row with Vinny, Scott and Guy on row number 2. Joe rounding out the runners and riders at the moment, but it could all change in a blink of an eye. Into Sterling's then, so Connor just ventures out onto circuit. Goes back into the box, just not getting in the way of Liam, down towards the Clark curve then for Liam. See if he can extend that advantage at the top. 7 minutes remaining of qualifying then for the Ducatis. Over the line goes Liam, and does not improve on that lap. Into the Clark curve then for Adam, as he goes through the Clark curve on the power. Goes number 77. Let's see whether he can get closer to Liam. Over the line he goes. Nope, no improvement on that lap. Right then, Scott down to Graham Hill Bend, 7/10 off on this lap. Vinny through the Clark curve now as he fires over the line. Stuff onto another lap. Tell you what, it's only 1,000th of a second behind Connor. Oh, he's a front. Whoa! My goodness gracious, what a save! Holy smokes! Well done, Vinny. That's save of the season, I think. Actually, no, Joe's was quite a good one at Alton Park. We'll leave that to the voters. Right then, so Guy and Joe not too far behind the pace at the moment, but they are bringing up the rear. Bad to think Joe's 1.1 off and at the back of the pack. I'm sure he won't be there for much longer, I can tell you now. Down through Dingledale then, let's have a look at number 69. Into Shinka. Oh, he's... Whew. Yep, using all the road and some. Adopting a bit of a motocross line there. Was Joe. Who's that touring? I think that's Scott, just keeping out of the way. Yes, it is indeed. Liam has improved his time, 128.461 out front, so he has gone nearly 2/10 faster than anybody else. The Clark curve for Scott and on to another lap. This has been a good session though for Vinny. Fantastic stuff. Connor's just improved as well, 128.727 for the number 9 APR Racing Ducati. Into Druids then goes Connor. Not too long then for these riders to make improvements. Through Surtees then for Liam. Down towards Hawthorne. Still on that provisional pole position. 2/10 off at the moment. Looks like we've got quite a few riders in the Surtees area. And going on to the Grand Prix circuit. Oh, Scott gets a little bit wide at Surtees, but doesn't drop the bike. That's the main thing. Who's that we've got coming up to Sterling's? It is Adam then, down towards the Clark curve. 4.5 minutes remaining of qualifying for the Ducati Monster 1200 Cup runners. And through the Clark curve. Whoa, look at that. Adam just gets slightly wrong side of the white line, but keeps it on the track somehow. No improvement in position there for Adam, but we'll go on to another lap. Connor then, down towards the Clark curve. P3 at the moment, your championship leader coming into this one, and he is leading it by quite a considerable amount. Is Connor, I think he's got about 60-70 point lead. I'm not quite 100% sure on that one. I will double check that and let you know tomorrow. But Connor is absolutely flying in this championship. Over the line he goes. No improvement on that lap. Vinny then through Sterling's and down towards the Clark curve now. Let's see whether Vinny can get onto that front row. It'd be a good result if he could. Through the Clark curve then on the power for the number 54. Oh, he's on the gravel there. Down towards the line goes Vinny. Over the line now. And no improvement on that lap. Scott's not too far behind either. Look at that. Guy and Joe, 0.02 of a second separating those guys in P6 and 7 at the moment. So into the 30 section now goes Scott. Lovely stuff. Down towards Hawthorne then he goes. Let's get his next time up any second now. Oh, he's not far off here. 200 down at the moment through Hawthorne. So see, the brain and mouth were just not engaging there. One was engaging faster than the other, and it was the wrong one. Through Westfield goes Scott, and down through Dingledale up towards the Sheen Curve there. Let's see what the number 5 can do. Adam has gone a bit quicker, I think. 128.521 for number 77. Oh, good luck this from Scott. Oh, it was until he'd gone wide at Sterling's. 2 tenths up. That would have put him on the front row of the grid. Unlucky that for Scott, as he'll go on to another lap through the Clark Curve. He goes. Over the line goes Scotty too hard, then we'll get 1, maybe 2 more goes at it. Let's have a look at Vinny then, into the Clark Curve. Number 54, looking good on the Ducati this weekend. Oh, again, runs off the track. Down towards the line, then 2 minutes remaining of qualifying for the Ducatis. Oh, as Vinny there tips off at fairly high speed. Into Sterling's then goes Connor. He will get 1 more go at this one. Down towards Clark Curve then goes number 9 off Connor. Let's see whether he can get towards pole position. Well, a front row would be good for Connor, I would have thought. I'm sure he'd be happy with that. Into the Clark Curve for Adam then. Let's see whether he's on a good lap here. Down towards the line goes Adam. Over the line he goes now. Just improve on that lap. Superbike riders, get yourselves ready to rock and roll. It is nearly time for the first race of the weekend. 12 laps of Superbike action coming up. We should be getting that one underway about 10 to 9. So Vinny then into Druids, then 1 more go at this one for the number 54 all-out attack on this lap. Down towards Graham Hill Bend. Oh, he's a 10th up here. No, he's down though, he's off the bike. And down he goes, he's dropped it at Graham Hill. Unlucky that for Vinny. He might just... Oh no, I don't think he will get round to do another lap. I think he's just going to run out of time. Well, at the moment, it's Liam, Adam and Connor, your front row. Connor's done, he's in the box. Vinny, Scott and Guy, row number 2, with Joe and the rest rounding out the, rounding out the field. Well, 5 riders in the 128, 4 tenths separating, about 4.5 tenths actually, separated the top 5. So, that was a good session for those guys. And Joe now goes up to P6, narrowly beating Guy. Joe there stops at Paddock Hill. Vinny has tipped off. He will be counted in the results. And checkered flag now out for the Ducatis, and it is Liam, Adam and Connor, your front row, with Vinny, Scott and Joe row 2. Guy and the rest bring it up the rear. Right then. Do you not enjoy that then, Connor? No? Don't worry, Vinny, mate. You will be classified in the results, buddy. Right then. Oh, it's nearly time for Superbikes. It is nearly time for Superbikes. Well, this is going to get dramatic. Okay, so that is your lot then for the SDPG Academy Monster 1200 Cup. And there you go. That is your grid. Whole field covered by less than a second. Brilliant stuff. Right. Here we go. I just don't know what to say. I can't. Never mind. Never mind. I think Jan needs a bit of help. That's all I'm going to say. Right. Okay. So, let's rock and roll. Let's do 24 laps of Brands Hatch. No, I'm joking. Right then. If Jan's not first in here, he's getting a 10-second penalty. Right then. So, make that 10 as well. Pair of idiots, honestly. Love them to bits, but the pair of idiots. Right then. Lobby's up! There we go. Right, see, shout at them. Right. Right. 10-second penalty for the pair of them. Dylan's first in. If you guys could see what they're doing. Anyway, moving on. Let's move on. Let's not talk about wallies and let's talk about proper people then that can actually do a lap in Superbike without falling off, Jam. Right, so here we go. Let's see what happens in this one. Well, we'll get the grid order set in just a second. Let's actually get the grid up so we know what we are doing with this one then. Right, okay. Ted, you're having it in this session, mate. I swear to God. Unbelievable. Right, unbelievable stuff. Okay, so let's see. Have we got any imposters? I swear to God. I swear to God. Yes, Ted, I've heard that. You will tip off, mate, because I'm going to shout boo down the microphone. Right, okay, so a proper rider on pole position. Then Gamer Jamie on the pole position. Then we've got Brett in P2. Narrowly missed out on the pole position. I could just feel like I'm being stared at and I don't like it. Sorry, Ted. Right, Ted in P3. Actually, we're swimming at the back of the grid. Aaron in P4. P5 for Mason Roth. P6 for... Right, now this is where I've got to calculate championship placings. Yes, that was right. Lovely stuff. Okay, Jan's getting angry. Oh, bless him. Right, keep your wig on, Jan. You might be able to do something here, mate. Okay, so let's see how we got on then with 12 laps of racing here at Brands Hatch. Don't worry, Jan. I will speak to you after this, mate. I will speak to you after this. Right, okay. So, 12 laps of Brands Hatch GP then in the moist conditions for the Superbikes. Let's go. Let's see what happens. These two are so nervous, it's funny. I know, Richard, it's never happened before. I've never seen Jan angry. Until now. Oh, look at him with a big beaming smile. He's thrilled to be here. Absolutely thrilled. Yes! Everybody's in. Bosh. Right, who's going to go for slicks? I've been nice. Well, I've not been nice. The weather's been nice. It's now light rain. Hang on, is the okay, right. Oh, Jamie, if you need to go for a nervous wee, then crack on some. Maybe do it in your leathers, because we haven't got time to wait. Only messing, mate. Right, so let's see who's going to do the business here then. Well, be prepared. Ooh, I don't think I want to watch the first few corners. Anyway, right. Okay then, so, are we ready? I'll just wait for everyone to ready up. Just so then I know everyone's ready, because I think Jane might have gone to the toilet. Yeah, that was done in his leathers. Always waiting for a Yamaha rider. Usually it's Ted. Unbelievable. Right then, so. I'm only messing, Ted. Right then, here we go. 12 laps of Superbike action. Let's go! Right, good luck, lads. Let's see how this goes. Race number 1 of the weekend then. Who's going to do what? Well, can Jamie get his first podium of the season? I know he's mad to say that. Here we go. Right, MSV still not plugged their lights in. Let's go racing here at Brands Hatch. And that's a good start from Jamie, but a better one from Brett. The Ducati firing off the line. Dylan also making progress. Oh, there's a bit of argy-bargy. Who is that? Oh, dearie mate. Half the field's gone down. I think Super Ted was one of them. Ted has tipped off at Paddock Hill. Oh, it's all concertinaing up then through Druids. And, well, it is Brett, Jamie, Dylan and Charlie. And, oh, look at that. Look at that lot. Group of seven out front into 30s, and Ted's not too far behind. He will be able to catch that back up. Whoa, later on. Getting close there between Adam and Jan, a little bit further back, down towards Hawthorne then on lap number 1. Good start this from the 2 CS Autos Ducatis. Jamie there in P2 as well from pole position. Charlie's had a good start, same for Jan. Jan's actually had the best start out of the lot of them. Come from the back of the grid and currently sat in P5. Adam had a look there. Joe's running off the circuit, keeps it rubber side down. Turns off at Westfield. Mason Roth still on the track. Then Aaron bringing up the rear. Right, breathe. Here we go. Look at that lot. That just looks amazing. Through Sterling's then they go on lap number 1 down towards the Clark curve. And it's Brett that's still leading this one ahead of Jamie, who has gone wide. He's overdone it at the Clark curve. Safely rejoins at what has dropped 2 people. Charlie's looking racy here, all over the back of Dylan. Well, the gap out front, 0.8 of a second. And that is to Ashby's finest. Got a good advantage at the moment. Good run this from Jan at the moment. Still up there in that P5. Joe as well. Also had a good start. And Adam as well, not too far behind. The top 7 covered by 2.7 seconds. Let's see how this unfolds as we go through the race. Through Graham Hill Bend and in towards Surtees then goes our top 4. Jamie looking down the inside of Charlie. Charlie just hangs on for the time being. Down towards Hawthorne then on lap 2. In towards Hawthorne. Oh, not quite an opportunity there for Jamie. Got to give him credit. He's not done much racing this season with us. But, well, he's back. He's here. Around to rock and roll. Down through Dingledale then into Sheen Curve. Jamie has lost a bit of time. What's happened to... Oh, Adam and Jan there. Don't know whether it was contacting. It was just a blur. Well, Jan's still in P5. Joe in 6th, 10 and 7th. Mason Roth in P8. Adam in 9th. Aaron in 10th. Like I say, I'll have a look at that back after the stream because it was just a blur. Right then, over the line it goes to Ducatis. Brett still leading this one. Brett leads the championship by 6 points ahead of teammate Dylan so far. And well, if Dylan can have a good weekend this weekend, he might be leading the title going into the next round at Snetterton. By his own admission, Dylan doesn't really like this event. Well, he likes the event, just doesn't like the track. So we'll see whether he can have a good result here. Let's just close the gap down. Half a second is the gap between Ashby's finest and Yorkshire's top rank. Out front then through Surtees they go. Charlie runs a bit wide, so does Jamie in the background. Like we said, Jamie's not done much racing with us. I think he's only done 1 race with us all season. That's because he's just had so many technical issues. He's not been able to get in. That gap is really closing out front between Brett and Dylan. Brett does like the circuit though, did very well in our Supersport Championship towards the back end of last year. So we'll see whether he can have a good result here. Oh, Dylan's off the track then through Sheen Curve. Good safe rejoin. That's promoted Charlie now up to P2. Oh, Jamie using the curve then. Right, so we've got a breakaway of 4 at the moment. 1.1 seconds is the gap between first and second. Obviously, Dylan just making that mistake through the Sheen Curve. A long, long way to go, though. A 12-lap race. We're on the 3rd race distance already. Into Paddock Hill Bend then goes Ashby's finest. Narrowly missed out on pole position earlier. Is he going to take the win here today? I can tell you, Brett has had 16 podiums out the first 18 races. Unbelievable that is from Brett. He's done a fantastic job at being very consistent. Right, Charlie and Dylan then battling for P2. Charlie just runs a little bit wide. Dylan going to go down the inside at Surtees, is he? He's going to make the move. Goes a little bit wide. Charlie down the inside. Jamie sniffing there at the position. Good move that from Dylan. Good racing. Pair of them gave each other some space and kept it clean. Right then, down into Hawthorne then goes the battle for P2. This is a good race, though, from both Jamie and Charlie. We know Dylan's capable of this, and we also know Jamie is. To be fair, they're all capable of it. Shut up, Sean, before you get yourself into trouble. Right, down through Dingle Dell then. Look at that lot. The top three, no. The battle for P3 then, a six-wheeler. Oh, Jamie just about gets that. Well, got a bit lively then. Through the Sheen curve, through Sterling's, goes Dylan, Charlie, and Jamie. Oh, Jamie does like to use that curve there, doesn't he? And that gap is coming down ever so slightly out front. 1.1 seconds is the gap at the moment. Through the Clark curve, that's right on board with Charlie then. As we see Dylan take a slightly tighter line. And that's propelled him down the pit straight well. Into Paddock Hill Bend then they go on lap 5 of 12. Dylan's gone wide at Paddock Hill then. He has gathered it up nice then, no mistakes. Let's have a look a bit further back then. Front row Joe still in P5 ahead of Super 10. Mason Roth in P7. Adam in 8th. Aaron in 9th. And Jan outside mid. A few mistakes there. But in P10, and I'm sure we'll be resuming battle with Aaron very, very shortly. Them two have had some good battles this season. But anyway, let's keep an eye on this battle then for P2. Jamie now up to 3rd. Got past Charlie. Right then, here we go. Let's see what Jamie's made of. This is first proper run out in Superbike. Snetterton made a few mistakes and just didn't quite go to plan for the RD Racing Yamaha. There's a much better showing from the number 86 through Hawthorne then. Goes Jamie and in towards Westfield then. All over the back of Yorkshire's top right. Dylan runs wide. Jamie will say thank you very much, sunshine, and we'll take P2. Into Sheen curve then. Right, let's see whether Jamie's got the pace to maybe hunt down Brett in 2. Sterling's end they go. Jamie's obviously got the pace because he put it on pole position then earlier on in Super Pole. Through. Oh, it's all got a bit close there between Dylan and Charlie. Charlie's just run off the track at the Clark curve. But not a problem, he's not out of it. Just 5 less than a second between Dylan and Charlie. A few mistakes creeping in here, but these conditions are not ideal for these Superbike riders. Oh, Dylan's overshot now at Druids. Oh, I tell you what. Mistakes creeping in here for the man that's been in form recently. Well, he's still in P3 for now, so a good podium position is what he needs, really. Through 30s then goes Brett, Ashby's finest, doing a cracking job out front onto the Grand Prix circuit then. They go. The top 4 covered by just over 3 seconds as they go in towards Hawthorne then. Just spread out ever so slightly between the 4 of them. Through Hawthorne then they go. Dylan could just maybe do to just chill out a little bit, just calm himself down, have a breather, just get a lap under his belt, which is just not making too many mistakes. Into Sheen curve then. Nicely done through Sheen and into Sterling's then. Goes Yorkshire's top right. Jamie's had a good lap here. 1.1 seconds is the gap between first and second. He's really pushing on the RD Racing Yamaha through the Clark curve. Let's have a tyre temperature check then. So Brett's got a nice cool front tyre. Jamie's is warm. Same for Dylan. Ooh, Charlie's is red hot into Paddock Hill Bend. Got to be careful with that because tyre temperatures do affect grip levels. So I've experienced it. So let's have a look between the two Malted R5L Yamahas, Joe and Ted. Up to Druids then. They go. Through Druids then down towards Graham Hill Bend. Just keeping an eye on the timing tower. On the left hand side of your screen through Graham Hill Bend. Oh, nicely done that from Ted. Got a good run. Oh, through Graham Hill. Gaps out under a second out front. We'll go and check out what's happening out front in just a second. Down towards Hawthorne then goes Ted and Joe. And into Hawthorne they go now. Number 69 versus number 34. We are going to have to go back to the battle out front, but we'll keep an eye on that one on our timing tower. Well, Jamie's putting the pressure on. Is he in line for his first win of the season? Still a long, long way to go in this one then. Through Sheenker and Sterling's now on the power down towards the Clark curve. Thank you very much for that one, Scotland. So we've got penalty times for Jamie 0.117, Dylan 0.236 at the moment, and Dylan has just dropped back. So we've now got a breakaway group then. It's a four-wheeler out front. The battle for P1 is between Jamie and Brett, and look at this. Here we go then. We've got a race on our hands then here at Brands Hatch. Oh no! Jamie's took the front. Oh, I thought he was being a bit ambitious there. Oh, now Dylan's down at Druids. Oh! Well, I didn't see that one coming, and Dylan has just let Joe through there just to make sure he didn't do an unsafe rejoin. Well, in all that drama, Charlie's now up to P2. I think Jamie has tipped off again. Excuse me, at Surtees. Joe's now on the podium. Oh my goodness gracious me. Well then, that was a dramatic state of affairs. Now we've got a four-way scrap for P3. Joe, Dylan, Ted and Jamie. Wow. Okay, didn't see that one coming in towards Westfield there. Oh, Ted had a look down. Oh, Ted's on the grass and down he goes. Down has gone Ted there. It's only dropped one position to P6. Oh, now Dylan's tipped off. What on earth is going on here? Tricky condition for the Superbike riders. Looks like Joe's also had a mistake there. Now we've got a four-way scrap now for P4. Oh my goodness. Well, I honestly do not know what to say. Well, Dylan needed a good round here just to try and keep that gap, well, point advantage between himself and Brett. Well, keep it going in the right direction. Well, for Brett, it's certainly going in the right direction at the moment. 3.5 seconds to the good here at the moment through Druids down towards Graham Hill Bed then for Charlie. Come on, Charlie. Keep it up. Keep it up, right, son. Keep it on the podium. No! Oh, you are taking the mick! No! Okay, right, I don't like to swear, but I'm going to. That is bullshit. We got robbed. Okay, well, technical problems then. Red flag. Don't know what's happened. Don't shout at me. Do not shout at me. I don't know what's happened. Well, red flag. Results will be taken from the point at which the race was stopped. Well, okay. Well, Brett takes the win. Charlie second. Jamie third. Yeah, that's it. Yep, the race is done. Results will be confirmed. I think we had just past 2/3 race distance as well. Perfect stuff. Well, yes, must have been Scott. Okay, well, again, technology lets us down. And, yeah, well, there we go. I'm actually quite annoyed at that. I do apologise for swearing, but I'm really annoyed at that. That was shaping up to be a great last few laps. Okay, well, I'm going to say goodnight, ladies and gents. And we'll be back tomorrow, hopefully with better graphics and technology working. And Milestone, go, you know what, to yourself. Okay, right, 7:10. Let's see what happens tomorrow.